Have you ever felt that you've been living normally, but years later, you actually realize you've been in survival mode? This was me for many years. I was stressed, I was tense, and constantly on edge. And one of the biggest signs was the way I was eating. I wasn't eating to nourish myself. I wasn't even conscious because I was so focused on being in survival, getting out of survival mode. I was eating to numb myself, to escape the stress of everyday life. So if you're going through that yourself, where you're just like, you just can't even keep afloat, something else comes in, you're just getting by, you're living paycheck to paycheck. There's a lot of anxiety around relationships, the way you're interacting with others, and just your day-to-day life, the stresses of life, and just how we respond to, for me, was always the road rage. I used to have really bad road rage and still do at times, but I didn't realize how much this was affecting me until you realize you go into a friend's house. Every time I went there to a friend's house, I would check the cupboards. I was just stuffing my face with fat and sugar, all this junk food. I used to reach for food without even thinking. Hey guys, for those that know me, welcome back. For those that are new here, my name's Toni. As you can see, my backdrop today is all about dogs. As you know, I help street and the pound dogs in Phuket, Thailand. Been living here for over 9 years. And that was what brought me over to Thailand to help these street dogs. And these are just some of the dogs that I did rescue. My great friend Leroy created this for me. So it's not making a full backdrop, but I just thought I'd put it in for today. Heavy meals, comfort eating just to fill a gap. I wasn't even hungry most of the time. I was just trying to cope with the stress, trying to fill an emptiness. That became my new normal. When you're in survival for that long, you don't even realize you're doing it. The way we breathe, the shallow breathing. Can't sit still, always moving around, always doing something, always fixing something. It feels like just life. That's the way it is. But for me, something started to change. As I became more conscious, started eating healthier, because I was a big junk food addict and I used to eat copious amounts of it. Binge eating, emotional eating was my norm. When I became more conscious, my food started to shift as well. Now I eat lighter. I'm raw vegan. Not saying you have to be raw vegan, but I eat light, nourishing foods that hydrate me to the core, that just keep me energized, feeling my best at 40 years of age. I actually taste what I'm eating. I don't eat in this frenzy like I used to. I feel nourished instead of weighed down. I'm not using food to escape anymore. I'm using food to connect to my body, to the moment, to life. And it's not just about food. The new me is skinny all year round, light, agile, nimble. At 40, I'm not struggling with aches and pains. I move around with a lot more confidence. I'm calmer, I'm more present, I'm nicer. Just that sense of more peaceful. I have a much deeper, loving relationship with myself and for others, much more compassionate. Of course, some stress is still there on a daily basis, but I am aware of it. There's no getting away from what life throws at you. I'm helping the street dogs, and then they're coming from really traumatic experiences, neglected, abused. And also my clients as well, with all of their health issues, their struggles. It can feel at times, wow, there's a lot of heaviness and darkness, and it's really heartbreaking at times. But the difference is I don't carry it the way I used to. I don't turn to food to push it down. I can actually sit with it, breathe through it, and still choose from a place of love. And when others care too, when they start being conscious and nourishing their bodies, that's when the love multiplies. This is why I do the work I do, because everybody benefits. It's a world of a much more kinder, respectful, loving, compassionate energy. It feels lighter. Your life feels lighter. You feel lighter. Healing becomes something we share. So this is the new conscious you, the most radiant, glowing you've ever been and felt. You don't have to live in constant stress. You don't have to numb yourself with food. You can step into presence, peace, and love because the new conscious you is already inside of you, just waiting for you to choose it. If you want to grab my ebooks or a coaching session with me, that's all in the description box below. That's for us to go deeper, unpack what you're going through, and let me fast track your success, but also get to the root of what's causing your suffering. I would love to support you on your journey. Let me know what one of your addictive patterns are that's not serving you anymore, and that, you know, you're feeling like it's just never ending, you never seem to shift. Then write in the comments below. I'd love to know where you're from and what you're struggling with right now. Or reach out to me at Toni@rawliciousYou.com. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, also turn on the bell notification to be notified of when the next videos are. Be you and stay Rawlicious.